In this video, we test out our simple bodybuilding diet with a glucose monitor system for our performance and to understand how we recover and how we grow. This device is going to help us find our blood glucose readings based on every meal we have designed personally for ourselves. And to give you a bit more context, we will be officially competing for the PCA Naturals on the 8th of June. So we have roughly 6 months to prepare for this competition, and we want to be aware with how carbs affect our bodies. I mean, this biceps is going to be empty by the end of the competition. It's fully depleted. Now we're going to see which carbs are best activating our muscles. And exactly this is the purpose of this video. We want to find how this muscle not to be depleted, but to rather be full on the stage whilst we stay shredded. And of course, monitor our insulin sensitivity and resistance according to the foods we eat. We will be testing carbs, simple carbs, complex carbs, for the purpose of finding if we're going to have a higher or a lower glycemic index. So what's the point of all this, Lottie? The point of this is that when you have high blood glucose in your bloodstream, it means that you're going to increase your insulin production. That means that when you have higher insulin, you're not burning off the fat. You don't have fat oxidation in your process. And at that time, basically you're not burning any fat, you're not gaining muscle. Potentially you are gaining muscle, but that depends on the workout. That's bad. In order for you to burn fat, you need to have the hormone glucagon high, which is high only when the insulin is low. That's why when you monitor the blood glucose, how much it spikes, that means that we can control our insulin production and stimulate our body to absorb the food faster and come back down to the lower range of the blood glucose so that we have the glucagon hormone higher so that we burn more fat during the fat process of the next 6 months. The bulk we just finished was 4 months and we ate 600 grams of carbs every day. If we had done this, we would have seen how our body is responding to insulin and how it's keeping up and going higher and higher. And that's why I believe that we have gained quite a bit of fat during our bulk, as you can see in the pictures right here. I really feel ashamed from these pictures and I want to get rid of this fat on my body. So this cut will be absolutely next level as we're tracking all the stuff. And this will be actually a very interesting twin experiment because in the previous competition, Marty actually developed some type of insulin resistance where he was bloating from the carbs he was eating. So he was eating, let's say, rice cakes, and all of a sudden he bloated so much that he became very irritable, and I didn't want to be next to him at that time because he was like a girl in her period at the peak. Basically, I was a skinny bitch. Yes. And a bloated bitch. Vlad couldn't handle that bitch. Time to put this on. And time to put this bad boy on. And don't forget, this is something we're doing to learn about our body. The readings are not something that we will 100% rely on, but we want to understand how our body reacts. There is a con to this, is that when you are stressed and you eat food, if you eat the exact same meals during your stress phase, you may have a higher blood glucose spike when you are actually relaxed. If you're in a calm state of mind and you eat the same meal, you might actually have a lower blood glucose simply because of the cortisol level in the system and other factors. This is how he fixed his IBS, by eating his food slowly and digesting the food in the mouth first and then in the stomach. Chewing more, eating slower, and eating a balanced meal helped me out with my bloating and my issues with the gut. And to mention that during this period of the 14 days, we will also be using the company Whoop, the band which tracks your sleep quality and your recovery and your training from the workouts. And combine them both together, we can actually find better results for what works for us and to create better habits and better lifestyle to improve our chances of winning this competition. I'm feeling a bit anxious to put this on, not gonna lie. But we clean up the place. Spray, shut. I don't have a clue where exactly I'm going to put it because look at my triceps, it's massive. My best muscle group there is. Very responsive, very big and heavy. However, the question now is, where do we put this? Here? On the muscle? You shouldn't be putting it on the muscle because the needle inside can bend. And you can also hit the blood vessel, which is not good. You want to have it right in between your skin and your muscles. I'm feeling a bit anxious, not gonna lie. Just having something stick out of my hand all the time. It brings a new sensation in your life. Makes you feel anxious. Alright, so what do we do first? What's step one? Open this first? Open, yes. We open this. It's on there. Oh, no. Take a look. It's a big needle, you know. Alright, time to get it out. Press. Come on. Oh yeah, look at that. Bro, it's 50 bucks, bro. Where is this? Doesn't hurt. It's pinching now. Well, maybe I'm a pussy. Bro, this is weird. This is weird. Just feels weird. I have a nano chip in my arm. It's not very comfortable. Okay, I'm squeezing my triceps, no pain. It's weird saving with this, isn't it? Vladi is laughing behind the camera because he's watching me with this thing on my arm. And it just looks silly. But it's actually big. I thought it was going to be small. Right? I thought so as well. It's quite big, this one. Put a big sticker on top. Yeah. Mind you, I'm not diabetic. This is the first time I've done this. It's just very strange. Like, this side here, I can't feel anything. But on this side, bro, it feels like I've already got a bruise underneath. It's probably gonna fall off on the third day, I bet, when I do triceps. Oh yeah, it's moving already. Moving? Yeah, should be moving. Okay, I'm squeezing my triceps over here. This guy has something in him. Let me see myself in the mirror. I think that's the best place to put it, actually. My triceps is right on top of it. And now is Vladi's turn. Clean this off. Let's see. Bruh. Don't feel anything. I think I pressed too hard. I felt the needle straight away. Because as soon as you push it down, you already feel the needle coming straight through the skin. Then when you push it all the way down, it just gets stuck. Ooh! Yeah, that's the feeling now. When I squeeze the triceps, I feel a pinch. I think we didn't put it right. Ay. It feels like there's a needle in my muscle, inside, like piercing my muscle right now. I'm squeezing my triceps. I have no pain. He has a lot of pain. Maybe he broke the needle. And this is dinner? Oh boy, getting back to the same old ritual. And our coach said that we should have cereal, but we don't have any cereal. And instead of having bananas, we have some pineapples. Here we have 1 scoop of whey, absolutely disgusting. And we have absolutely delicious salt and bread. Woohoo! Just to hit the macros. These are fairly low glycemic index, that is why we have our range at 5.1. It has not moved at all. for the last 8 to 10 hours. This 7 hours, which is pretty good. It means that the foods we eat are not high in glycemic index, and it's not spiking our insulin all the way up, going in hypoglycemia, and then pow, going down to hyperglycemia. Mix them up. Hyper, hypo. Thank you for watching the video. Subscribe to the channel, and this is our first day with the glucose monitor device. We have 14 days to go, and now we're waiting for the Whoop bands to come. We're gonna become robots, robocops, robot bodybuilders, men's physique competitors. Start analyzing all these stuff so we can solve the biggest problem: growing this damn muscle. Cause you're small, little skinny bitch. Yes. 8 years you've been skinny. We're not growing, you bitch. Solve this problem, make a community, and solve other people's problems. So stay tuned and join our community to our journey to get more gains. Journey to get more gains. Let's go. That's what we're here for. That's what we stand for. That's what our YouTube channel is for. So stay tuned, subscribe, follow, and be active. Help out, and we help you out. Sayonara. Glucose monitor device update. Today is 7 days from wearing the glucose monitor device, and we can say that on the second day and third day it was a little bit discomfortable, very unpleasant to sleep. You have to be careful not to sleep on the left arm, but however, when you do the exercises you don't really feel any pressure. We did feel the needle pinch a little bit during the triceps push down and some shoulder exercises. Especially Marty, he felt it a little bit more in the shoulder, because when you pump your triceps a lot, especially with 3, 4, 10 sets, at one point your arm is so swollen, the needle is a little bit uncomfortable on the arm. Whilst we're trading now, we're absolutely hungry because we're currently on a mini cut, 2,400 calories. We had some carbs before the workout, but now we have slightly depleted them, and Vladi was feeling extremely hungry, so we ate a little bit of dark chocolate because his levels were on the lower end, about 5, as you can see in the screenshot right here. In the next shot we'll be testing out how much our blood glucose will spike if we eat only carbs, and that's going to be refined high sugar carbs. Like what, Marty? Give us an example. We have cereal, we have chocolate, we have straight up sugar, we have bananas, pineapple. A lot of fructose actually is very high in GI, glycemic index, and this is the chart for our glycemic index. And the last point we want to talk about is how crucial it is for you to eat your protein first and then eating the carbs in order to reduce the spike of blood glucose, therefore reduce the production of insulin in the body. Ow, I feel pain. My glucose monitor device is causing me pain. For the last 2 days, whenever I lean onto something, I feel pain. Nearly crashed to my face because I feel pain when I'm leaning onto my hand. And it's a very numbing pain from the elbow down to the hand. I'm not sure why it happened. It was fine the first few days. I put this tape on it so it's not gonna fall off, ensure it, and it was staying quite well like that for the past. How many days has it been? 8 days. 8 days? It's been there for 8 days. And Vlad is having no issues with his one. Mine is completely fine. All good, but my location or something is not good. So we're gonna take it off. And as you can see, if you close up, there is a slight amount of blood. But that was on the second day.
The way you do. I think that's not good.
Yeah. Oh, there's one there.
How's your arm now?
The sensor is officially dead and out of my arm. Point number 1, just be cautious that when you wear it, you might actually feel discomfort, like Marty did, and he took it off on day 10. However, I didn't feel any type of discomfort. Even while I was doing the workouts, I actually managed to sleep on my arm with my full body weight without having any type of issues. So sometimes if it does give you a pinch in the arm, it might affect your sleep, but generally most people do get used to it. As you can see on this chart, from the straight line, it automatically went up like a rocket ship 10 minutes after eating the pineapple, whilst when we ate the oats, you can see in this chart here, it barely went up, which means that this has a lower glycemic index and a lower glycemic load compared to this simple sugar. We are not pre-diabetic, we don't have any diabetes. However, for people that are pre-diabetic or diabetic, then eating simple sugars such as pineapple, fructose, or any other sugary stuff is going to definitely increase your glucose, therefore increase your insulin production, and it will affect your rate of fat burning, your weight loss, and how much water you actually retain in the body. So keep in mind that this is just a tool that we used for the sake of research purposes and to understand our glucose, how it is affected by the different type of carbs. And what we learned is that by combining oats with lean protein, such as beef isolate or any other protein source, you actually reduce the glycemic index and your blood glucose does not spike as much as it does when it has simple sugars. You're actually going to digest your food much easier, you're going to keep and prevent bloatation in the stomach, and you're going to absorb the food the most efficient way. And to finalize, we used this device through our cutting phase. We actually managed to lose a whopping 6 kilograms each. This is Marty right here, and this is me right here. We noticed a massive change in our waist and hips. I actually lost 4 centimeters in my waist, which is a massive for a time frame that we had of only 2 weeks. We did a very strict diet with reduced amount of carbs. We ate no carbs in the morning, carbs only around the workout, and we generally work out around the evening time, 6 p.m. onwards. And after the workout, we ate only lactose, which comes from a low-fat yogurt, which has high protein and a high amount of carbs, which is mostly sugars. However, we noticed that our stomachs handle yogurt really well, and it does not spike the glucose as much as simple sugars does. So remember this, you need to use this tool only to understand how your carbs affect your body and how much insulin you produce. The higher the insulin, the lower the glucagon, which means that you burn less fat. However, that doesn't mean that insulin is bad. Insulin is absolutely crucial for the body because that's how you intake the food. But in high abundance, insulin can actually negatively affect your long-term health, which can decrease your insulin sensitivity and increase your insulin resistance, which is a no-go. Based from the knowledge that we have and from all our clients, we can see that people are generally over-consuming carbs. They overestimate how much carbs they need. That's why this tool gives you a very good overview of how you need to handle the carbs and how much you need to be eating to actually burn fat and gain muscle simultaneously. And this is what we preach, so you can do this too with our coaching. Fill out the form below. Let's get going.